There's a level of ability and consistency from Samsung's phones that frequently lands them in several of our top buying guides, especially prominent lists like Best Android Phones and even Best Smartphones when it comes to the company's Galaxy S devices. The company spends a huge amount of time and effort refining its phones' photographic and video capture capabilities too, paying off by landing them in our Best Camera Phones guide time and again as well. We have listed the best Samsung phones 2024 and their key features. You need to consider this to help you choose the best one for you. For more information on the product, as always, I've included a link in the description box down below, which are updated with the best prices on each product. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. Now, let's get started. Number 5. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. The frame is a solid armor aluminum that resists bends. Polished on the outside to a near-chrome finish, the metal is sandwiched between Gorilla Glass Victus plus plates. The front glass is high gloss, and the back is a warm satin finish. Both repel fingerprints. It's also waterproof to the IP68 rating. The 6.8-inch AMOLED screen is another highlight. It supports up to 3088 x 1440 pixels, WQHD+ resolution, which works out to 500p and which matches the S23 Ultra. The iPhone 13 Pro Max, by contrast, has 458p on its 6.7-inch 2778 x 1284 screen. It's worth noting that the S22 Ultra's default resolution is the lower FHD+, which Samsung says uses less battery life. Although we switched halfway through our testing and didn't notice much difference. Over almost a week of intense testing, the S22 Ultra never let us down. Rear camera, 108MP wide, plus 10MP telephoto, 3x optical, plus 10MP telephoto, 10x optical, plus 12MP, ultra-wide, 120-degree front camera, 40MP. It's a fast and powerful phone. The 4nm processor, in our test phone, it's the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset. UK or Australia get Samsung's own Exynos 2200 chipset. Doesn't outperform Apple's of 15 Bionic in Geekbench benchmarks, but raw numbers never tell the full story. Like the Galaxy S23 Ultra, the S22 Ultra features a beefy 5000 mAh battery and wireless charging. In our tests, the battery was good for a full day of varied activity, but not much more. We were a little surprised that such a large battery didn't provide a day and a half of battery life. Number 4. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Samsung didn't reinvent its clamshell-style foldable, but the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 does all that it needs to do for the company to hold onto its foldable crown. A more prominent improvement compared to the move from the Z Flip 3 to the Flip 4. The black visor has been replaced by a more expansive external cover display, and it now officially folds flat. It's also the hardiest clamshell foldable out there, thanks in part to IP-certified water resistance. You get a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus 2640x1080 dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with a pleasantly smooth 120 Hz refresh rate that can scale down to 1 Hz to extend battery life. Rear camera, 12MP plus 12MP front camera, 10MP. The external cover display, which now covers the top half of the phone's exterior, expands functionality massively. Although the Flip 5 focuses on compact portability over the Fold 5's productivity, it doesn't skimp on performance with Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 Silicon running the show. After disappointing longevity from previous entries in the Flip series, the power efficiency of the chip, paired with a 3700 mAh battery, mean all-day battery life is now possible. Wireless charging in a clamshell is also a welcome novelty. Number 3. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. While the Z Fold 5 isn't radically different from the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, its flat folding form design finally addresses the series' biggest design faux pas. Excellent build quality and IP-certified water resistance make it a trendsetter. The main screen is a 7.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display with 2176x1812 resolution, and which supports an adaptive refresh rate of 1 to 120 Hz. The low end of the range is useful for saving battery life by not refreshing the screen when it's not needed, while the high end means smoother gameplay and video action. The cover screen, meanwhile, is a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED panel with a 2316:904 resolution. It also has an adaptive refresh rate, but the narrow aspect ratio isn't the best. Rear camera, 50MP plus 12MP plus 10MP. Front camera, 10MP/4MP. We're happy that the Z Fold 5 has Qualcomm's top-of-the-line Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, as it needs all the power it can get for the multitasking gymnastics it's capable of. The battery lasted approximately 15 hours, which is pretty good, though we would have liked more. Still, getting that far is a testament to the chipset's power management capabilities. It's one of the most expensive phones, especially if you go for more than the base 256 GB of storage. But if you want the best foldable on the planet, that's the current price you'll have to pay. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. The phone measures 158.2 x 76.7 x 8.2 millimeters and weighs 202 grams, so we call it medium-sized. It's not so big that it's uncomfortable to use, so long as your mitts aren't massive. Adopting the floating camera design language found in the S23 series, other colorways are similarly pretty. Display. The Samsung Galaxy A54 boasts one of the best-looking screens you'll see on a phone for this price. It's a vibrant, colorful 6.4-inch Super AMOLED panel with a FHD Plus resolution, 120 Hz refresh rate, and 1000 nits max brightness, marking some nice upgrades over its predecessor. The main camera is an optically stabilized 50MP f/1.8 sensor, joined by a 12MP ultra-wide and, after ditching its predecessor's depth sensor, thanks to all-focus pixels on the new main sensor, a 5MP f/2.4 macro sensor. The Galaxy A54 may lap same-price rivals in the camera and display departments, but it falls behind on performance. The chip here is the Exynos 1380, which is a home-brewed piece of mid-range kit from Samsung. The 5000 mAh battery is on the big side, though we see lots of mid-rangers pack this kind of power. That bright screen and 5G require a lot of juice, and we found that the phone comfortably lasted a day between charges, but no more. Value for money. The Samsung Galaxy A54 gives you some surprisingly top-end specs for its price in some departments, but in others, it's weaker than its rivals. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. The Galaxy S23 Ultra, an upgraded version of the S22 Ultra, stands out as the top Samsung phone in 2023. Featuring a sturdier build, faster memory, improved battery efficiency, a custom-tuned chipset, and an impressive 200MP main camera, it outperforms its competitors. The design showcases subtle refinements, maintaining the excellent previous design with a slightly reduced curved edge on the display. The 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X panel offers a familiar experience with a resolution of 1440x3088 and a dynamic refresh rate of 1 Hz to 120 Hz. The camera setup is highly versatile, featuring wide, ultra-wide, and 2 telephoto cameras with optical zoom at 3x and 10x. The standout 200MP sensor makes it the best camera phone available. Powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset globally, the S23 Ultra eliminates performance gaps, delivering exceptional speed. With a 5000 mAh battery, 45 AU wired charging, and wireless charging support, it provides extended screen-on time. While the high price tag may not qualify it as budget-friendly, if affordability is not an issue, the S23 Ultra is the ultimate Samsung phone.